What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Natalie and this is episode 10 of the Minish Cap series. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope your weather's nice and fresh. Thank you for joining me today. In the last episode, what we did is we went ahead and did a whole bunch of fusing with a bunch of people. We finally got a lot more people to fuse with, and that's basically all that we focused on in the last episode. And today we're going to be making our way to the 4th dungeon, which is located in Lake Hyrule. Thank you for joining me in today's episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for all the support that you've been showing me. It's really appreciated. You guys are awesome, and I hope to continue to improve on making great content that you guys will continue to enjoy. So what I'm trying to do first is, since we're really close to 600 rupees, I want to try to see if I could get some more money to be able to get to 600 rupees, because I want to get the bomb bag, since that's the only thing that's left to get at Stockwell's at the moment. And I want to get that right away because, like I said, we are already close to 600 rupees, might as well. But also because I think it would be a great help to get that, since you never know when you're going to use certain items a lot. That's why I got the quiver. I use a lot of arrows, to be fair. And just also so we have that out of the way, and maybe that will activate it to be able to get the bigger rupee bag, the last one that we need, from Stockwell, because I think after you buy the bigger key items, he will go ahead and put that up for sale, and we could go ahead and get that, because you do get a lot of money in the temples sometimes. And there is a chest right here, but unfortunately we can't grab it because there's something blocking the way. There's a tree blocking the way. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some rupees, get to 600, and then we'll come back to when we're getting the bomb bag. Okay, after getting to 600, that guy just got shot with a rock from an Octorok somewhere. But anyway, after getting the 600 rupees, I came back to check, just because if you guys remember in the last episode, we talked to Tingle and we fused with him, and he told us that we need to find all of his brothers and fuse with them to get something special. So I was like, okay, after that, after fusing with Tingle, we should be able to find his brothers now. And yes, lo and behold, we found one of them, and that means all the other ones are going to be there in their specific spots too. So we're going to go ahead and do that really quick just before we move on to going to the next dungeon. So this is Knuckle. We are going to fuse with him. That's going to open up the next tree that's in front of Hyrule Castle, like Tingle already did one of them. Yeah, so there's the next tree. So we have 2 more brothers to find, and I already know where there are, where they have their, like, where their spots are. So we could go ahead and find them. The next one is going to be at Lon Lon Ranch, so I'll see you guys at Lon Lon Ranch. Okay, so here we are at Lon Lon Ranch, and Tingle, well, Tingle's brother, which I believe this one is, what's his name? David? No, I think this one's Ankle. Maybe Ankle? He's up here. You have to go where, in this little cave where you get this chest and you go to get to the Gorons. So you go up the ladder, and if you guys remember, we did come over here. There's the little Minish thing over here, and he's right here. This is the 3rd brother, or the 2nd brother. Yeah, and it is Ankle. Okay, so the last one that we're gonna be looking for is David Jr., and David Jr. is actually in Lake Hyrule, where Stockwell's house is, and that's gonna be the last brother that you need to fuse with in order to get the special something that Tingle was talking to you about. So I'm actually like right here next to Lake Hyrule. I could go ahead and show you guys just where he is. He's actually right here. You're gonna be able to see him right there. He's just chilling, and we could go ahead and fuse with him, and then we could go get that special gift. So let's go ahead and fuse with David Jr. And now our 4 trees are open, so we could go ahead and head over there to check it out. I think we might not be able to get the item that Tingle was telling us about yet, because if I remember correctly, I think you need a certain item that we still haven't obtained yet to get this item. But we're gonna go ahead and check really quick. Alright, so here we are, and it looks like we can get this thing right now. I'm not gonna open any of these chests just because I'm maxed out on the mysterious shells, and I don't want to waste any of those just in case I do need them in the future, which I'm absolutely sure 99% I am gonna need them in the future, so I'm gonna just leave them there. Hopefully I remember that they're there, that way I can come back and get them when I do need them. But all you gotta do is go into each and every one of these trees. You gotta go ahead and light up these lanterns like I am doing. And that should do it, because if you see in the middle there, you can see that gigantic chest. And that's gonna hold the special item that Tingle was talking about. So if we go ahead and light up this last lantern, it should go ahead and open up. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna drop down another ladder, and we're gonna able to get to that big chest. Can you guys guess what's gonna be in that chest? Let me know before you see what happens, if you guys haven't seen this game. So we got the magical boomerang. Hold the button you threw it with and use the control stick, the D-pad, or whatever to control its path. So now we have a better, new and improved boomerang. It is awesome. We are able to, you know, do a lot more with it, whereas the old boomerang that we had, you were only able to do one way, like throw it one way, but this one you could actually go ahead and curve it a little bit, which is pretty sweet, because in some of the dungeons, if you do use the boomerang for certain puzzles, it is going to be way easier for you to do, because you could go ahead and curve that around and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get started with getting to the next dungeon, which is in Lake Hylia. So now what you want to do to be able to get to the next dungeon is you want to use your little flute, your ocarina, and then now you're gonna notice that over here we have a wind crest that's already activated. So let's go ahead and fly there. This is the only wind crest in the whole entire game that you do not have to activate. As soon as you get the ocarina, you could go ahead and fly over here, and you could talk to this Minish, and he's gonna want to fuse. So let's do that first, because we don't want him to not want to fuse anymore, like after we talk to him. So we gotta fuse with him first. But if you talk to him, he's gonna give you a clue as to where you can, or who you could talk to, or where you can go, whatever, to get to the next dungeon. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, because I think you need to talk to him anyway to like activate the thing, and that's how you're gonna be able to get to the next area. So let's go ahead and talk. Oh ho, a visitor, how rare! But you have found me, the wisest of the wisest of the wise. You what? You want to enter the temple you can see in the lake? They call that place the Temple of Droplets. I have heard rumors that one Minish actually did find a way in long ago. That Minish is Elder Library, and he is in semi-retirement in the town library. The library should be opening soon. Perhaps you could go find him. So there's our clue, and that should activate the ability for us to be able to get into the library now, because if you guys remember, when we go to the library, there's an old man that's just standing in the way, and he will not move. So this should move him out of the way, because the library should be open now that we talked to this guy. So let's go ahead and head back to Hyrule Town. Yes, so there used to be an old man standing here, and now he's moved out of the way. Now we could go ahead and talk to these fine young ladies. I'm in charge of checking out books, so it's not my problem. Still, I feel really bad for the girl over there in charge of returns. And then we talk to her. Welcome to the library. Hey, aren't you Smith's grandson, Link? Enjoy your browsing. Okay, so she's not really telling us anything right now. We don't really need to read that, but we could go ahead and take out our Pegasus boots, and we could go ahead and knock these down. You could get some rupees from them most of the time. And the masks do give you color coordinated rupees most of the time. And then there's this guy, he still does not want to fuse. I don't think we really need to talk to him. I think this guy's the one who we need to talk to. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Sometimes these books move on their own. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. And don't tell me I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. Okay, so I guess we don't have to talk to him. I thought we had to talk to one of the old men, but we could go ahead and step outside and we could go ahead and use the Cane of Pocky to go ahead and flip this jar over. Pot to go ahead and turn Minish, and you can see there's a little mini ladder there, but first we're gonna go ahead and go in here to the bookshelves because there are some Picori that you could go ahead and talk to. So if you talk to this guy, he says, hey, this is no good at all. The humans have checked some books out of the library. Thanks to them, none of us can get back to the elder library. How will he get by all alone? I'm so worried. I'm sure the librarian knows something about where those books went. I wish I were big. Why I'd walk up and ask her where those books went. So that's your clue as to how you're gonna get through this. Let's go ahead and see if this guy wants to fuse. He does not. Okay, so now let's go ahead and turn back to normal. We're gonna go ahead back to talk to the girl who's in charge of the book returns. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Welcome to the library. Say entry, blah 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 blah. Okay, so she's talking about the books on the missing books on the 2nd floor. Yes, they've been checked out for quite a while. They're very overdue. Take a Hyrulean bestiary, for example. Been gone for ages, checked out by a girl with a cat. She said she had a new cat at her house. Wanted to learn more about it, she did. Okay, so there's your clue. We're gonna go ahead and get that book for her. This is gonna be our next task, is getting the missing books for the library, because we do need that in order to get to Elder Library. So the girl with the cat is this chick right here, and she's gone. Say, look at that, Link. There's a book up on top of the bookcase. But how are we going to get it? We can't reach it and we have no ladder. And I don't think just shaking the bookcase will make it fall either. This presents an interesting problem, wouldn't you say? So we could go ahead and read this note. I don't think we have to, but I just want to read it. Dear Mom, I'll be next door if you need me. Alright, and then that was pretty interesting stuff. Pretty, you know... Oh yeah, she's flirting with this guy now. So let's go ahead and turn small, because we're gonna go next door. And we're gonna see if we can get the book. I really hope we don't need something to help us. You know what, sir? Do not try to hurt me. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, okay, we don't need any sort of, like, ability to become strong when we're Minish to be able to push that book off. So now that we push the book off of the bookshelf, we could go ahead and pick it up once we turn back to normal. And we could go ahead and return it to the librarian. Alright, now that you got the book, let's go ahead and give it back to her. Hey, look at that! Our long lost copy of a Hyrulean bestiary. Link, are you returning this book? Thank you so much! I can't begin to describe how much I'm looking forward to putting this back. Alright, so the next overdue book is, let's see. Ah yes, of course, Legend of the Picori. It's been out forever. It was checked out by a somewhat absent-minded scholar, I believe. And if you guys remember in the last episode, we did come across a scholar, Mr. Wright, in the last episode when we were getting a bunch of the stuff, and I told you that you couldn't get into his house because he has a lock and stuff. So we go ahead and try to get into his house, and he goes, "What? Huh? A book from the library? Ah, yes, of course. I knew this day would come. Please come in." And now we can enter his home. I am a researcher of Picori legend and lore. My name is Dr. Left. You're here about that book, Legend of the Picori, aren't you? Well, I hate to say this, but I haven't seen it in several days. Perhaps a mischievous little mouse has taken it? Well, I'm sure it's in this house somewhere. I just don't know where. But I'm very busy right now, so why don't you just look for it yourself? Okay, and if you guys notice, he has a fireplace, and you also notice that there's like a little Minish pathway at the top of his house, like from the roof going to another little Minish house at the top. So we could go ahead and get some water. Now that we could go into his house, we could go ahead and put out this fire And just like the other ones, we could go ahead and go through the fireplace now. So there is a Minish portal right here in this building. We could go ahead. Ooh, do they want to use? Okay, so go ahead and turn Minish. And once you do that, just go into his house, and now you could go in through the fireplace. And what you're gonna want to do after that is, so let's go ahead and go over here. And then let me check this guy out really quick. I don't think we, oh yes, he wants to fuse. Okay, perfect. Town Minish. Okay, so I just wanted to see if they wanted to fuse, but you don't need to talk to him. I don't think you do. But now you can get access to the higher level of this area of town. And what you actually want to do is head over here into this guy's house. There's going to be a Minish here who you can talk to. It's really dangerous up ahead. You can't just charge through recklessly. Well, I can fight. Actually, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. Since you can't push those bookshelves out of the way yet because you're Minish and you're not that strong and stuff, you need to come back when you get an item that could help you with that. But this guy says, cross the bridge that spans the rapid flow through the land of the fearsome beast until you reach the Misty Falls. The treasure sleeps on the other side of the secret entrance there. They say it's a magical tool that allows even little people to push big things. According to the legend, you're supposed to start from this house. Okay, so now that we talked to that guy, I'm hoping that we will be able to get to, because I think you need to talk to certain people to activate the thing. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna show it just so you guys know where we're at. This guy was in the way before, and now that we talked to that one guy, the Picori in Mr. Wright's house or Dr. Wright's house, he moved out of the way for us. So now we could get through and we could go ahead and talk to this Minish. We don't really have to, but let's go talk to him anyway, just in case they have to activate something. It's no good. I just can't get anywhere. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so okay, that didn't activate anything. I don't think any of these cats want to. No, they just want to slap me. But I want to see if they want to fuse with me just in case. But yeah, they just wanted to whoop me. Who knew there'd be some place like this behind one of the town's fountains? Well, let's get moving to see if we can find that item those Minish mentioned. So we could go ahead and kill these slugs. And this is where we're gonna get an item that will become useful for this adventure. So let's go ahead and head back down, and we're gonna head to the right over here. And we could go ahead and kill these guys. Now that we've got the boomerang, we could just, I mean, we had it for a little bit of time, but again, I just keep forgetting that we have these items. And the boomerang is really useful because you could go ahead and kill those or stun those guys and they won't hit you, and it won't be a pain to like try to fight them because they're really super fast and they're always like running around in circles. But now we could get up here and we're gonna fight a little mini boss of these guys again. I don't know their names, but I'll probably put the name of it once I edit this video, just so you guys know the correct name of these creatures. I should have done this a long time ago, but I'm learning still. I'm learning to like what to edit in and stuff. So thank you for being patient with me. And we got the power bracelets. You're filled with strength even while tiny. So now we could push those bookshelves out of the way and get the second book that we need. So we can go ahead and head over here. I think, no, we can't get there yet. So let's go ahead and head back out and go back to, don't swipe at me, cat. Just get out of the way, yeah. No, just get out of the way, yeah. No, I don't think so. So let's go ahead and push these bookshelves out of the way. We're gonna push this one to the left, and there we go. No, not that way. Not that way. right here. Yes, there you go. Make sure you push it to the left and not the right, like I was just doing by accident. And now we can get up here to the roof of this guy's house, because look, lo and behold, there's a book, but I don't think that's actually the book. The book is that one right there to the right that we need to get. Let's go ahead and see if these guys want to fuse. Of course they don't. None whatsoever. Well, don't fall off. That's not what you want to do. But you go ahead and want to get out your gust jar, because I think there's going to be some panels that you can expose. Yeah, there we go. To be able to get to that book. But you want to be quick about it, and you got to be careful, because if you run into anything, this guy will disappear and you have to go back and forth to go ahead and try to get over here. You got to get over here on time to stand on this side and help this guy push the book down. And there you go. Really quick though, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to see if any of them want to fuse, and then we'll come back and get the book and return to the librarian. Oh my goodness, will you look at that? It's our copy of Legend of the Picori. It's been checked out for so long. Link, you deserve a medal for all of this. I am moved, deeply, deeply moved by this thoughtful gesture. Okay, what's the next book? And the last book we still need is A History of Masks. I think it was checked out by Hagen, the mayor. Hagen? Again, if you guys know which way it's pronounced, let me know in the comments. How could he keep a library book so long? He's a public official. Well, let's go ahead and talk to this public official and get the book back for you. That way we could go ahead and talk to Elder Library. So, Mayor Hagen, where did you put your book, good sir? Yes, that's me, Hagen. I am mayor of this town. What's that? You want a book? A History of Masks? And you say I checked it out, do you? Yes, indeed I did. Oh, wait, did I? Okay. You know, these masks see everything that goes on in my private life. Maybe you should just ask my mask. Oh my gosh, this guy's so bad. Okay, so you go ahead and have to turn Minish, and obviously you have to get these masks out of the way, because otherwise you will not be able to get to the Minish that are up here in his roof or his walls. But yes, the Picori and the Minish know where his book is. So you do want to talk to them to get your hint. Again, they don't want to fuse with you, but the mayor took off for his cabin by the lake clutching a book. We saw him go, but after the chest was opened, the road to the Minish Woods was blocked. You won't be able to get through. When the mayor came back, he didn't have the book anymore. I'm sure he just left it at his lakeside cabin. He's pretty forgetful like that. You want to go to the cabin by the lake? Well, let me just mark it here on your map. Yes, there. It's right there. You should be able to find it now. Okay, so it's at Lake Hyrule. And what we could go ahead and do now is after we turn back to normal size, we can use our ocarina to go ahead and go back to Lake Hyrule, because that's going to be the quickest way to get over there. Instead of running your butt off over there, you could go ahead and just pull out your flute, and Zephyr, the little baby bird, will just go ahead and lift you up like the strong little bird he is and take you to this wind crest. So there we go. Now that we're at Lake Hyrule, you're not gonna go up, you're actually gonna head down, but the way that you can do that is actually, let's go ahead, and I think this is a shorter way to go ahead and get over there. You gotta go through the bottom, since we did make that shortcut. If you guys remember the way that we got to Syrup's house, not Maple, Syrup's house, we are gonna go that way, because if you remember, there is a cave next to her hut that we didn't go explore in the last episode, because I knew that you needed to go through there to be able to get to the next dungeon, temple, whatever you want to call it. And this is it right here. So let's go ahead and go in here, and we could go ahead and make our way up there. We do have a chest, Maybe I shouldn't open this, to be fair. Again, because I'm maxed out on mysterious shells, and I do not want to. No, he caught me. What a punk. Okay, so usually whenever you get caught by the likes, you can most definitely get your rupees back. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I got my shield back. Oh my gosh, what are the odds that I get caught by both of these likes all of a sudden, when that's never an issue? Oh, but there's also a wall here that we could fuse with. If you guys remember, whenever we find walls in the caves, you want to fuse with them to get past that Goron wall that they're working on in that cave. So we did find the 5th Goron that we need. We just need one more Goron. So that's one more wall that we need to find. That's one solid wall, no doubt about it. We're going to need some more help. But you can, depending on how fast you kill the likes, you can get your rupees / your items back. I can smell deliciousness just on the other side of that wall. Oh, thank goodness, help has arrived. But yeah, just it was bad luck that I got caught by those likes, but it was good luck that we managed to get our stuff back quickly, because we killed the like quickly. So there we go, we're back in Lake Hylia, but we're on another side. We're on the right side of Syrup's hut. And here is Mayor Hagen's lakeside cabin. It's actually in the water, which is more than a lakeside cabin. Hagen's words of wisdom: if you can't solve a problem, just ram headlong into it. Bam! Okay, so that's our hint as to how to get the book. We could go ahead and knock it down. I lied, guys. You don't ram into the bookshelf to get it. You actually ram into this to expose this Minish portal, and now you could go ahead and make your way to Mayor Hagen's little cabin and get this book. And now that we have the power bracelets, we are good to go on pushing the bookshelves out of the way again. I'm not gonna get that again. I am very, very traumatized that I might get mysterious shells and waste it, so I'm not gonna even bother. Okay, there we go. Now we could get the book, so we're gonna have to go turn back to normal, get the book, and then go return it to the librarian. I'll go ahead and just show you when we get back to Hyrule Town. Alright, here we are back at Hyrule Town, back at the library. Would you look at that? I can't believe it. It's our copy of History of Masks. That mayor of ours is a real piece of work, isn't he? Oh, he is. It must have been quite a challenge to get this back from him. You are my new favorite person, Link. Thank you so much. There we go. So we got all 3 of our books back. You know, Link, you've now returned all of our overdue books. Now I can finally get that bookshelf on the 2nd floor in order. Hey, Sturgeon, books to shelf. Yes, here I am. I'm here. I'll have these books put away lickety split. And there he goes. He's the one that puts the books back for some reason. I don't know if he's an employee or they just have him do that or what. The bookshelves are back in order. Ah, I feel so renewed. I don't know why I skipped the next dialogue that she was talking, gonna say, but oh well. We'll never know what she's gonna say. But now we could go ahead and turn back into a Minish, and we could go ahead and go see Elder Library. Finally, after decades of searching for those books and trying to get them, we could go ahead and climb up this book to get to the elder of this town, of Hyrule Town. So here he is in his little Irish 4-leaf clover thing. We're confused with him. Yes! Oh, thank you. And he has a big ol' quill. Big ol' feather. Ooh, and this is in Caster Wild, so a little bit of a distance away, and it's a golden Octark. Okay, so if we need money, we know where to go. They fit beautifully. This is a sign of good things to come. Okay, so let's talk to him. Whoa, oh, a visitor after many long weeks? Even Jotari has been away so long. I've grown almost lonely. But what is it? What do you need? You want to visit the Temple of Droplets? Very well. You are the first such brave person in a long while. Stand on the clover in front of me. All right. You kids today, no patience for an old man. Well, just stand right there like I told you. Now open secret mystery panel. Oh my gosh. Wasn't that fun? Now then, it's up to you to pass this trial safely and recover the item you require. Oh, what fun! I do so love the real nitty-gritty of adventuring. Okay, well, he possibly just sent us to our death, but okay. Ah, wow! I just smacked my hip on something. Well, not my hip, but my whatever it is I have now. My brim? Whatever. That old fool must just love sending people on dangerous missions. And how did that library get into the Temple of Droplets anyway? I guess the answer lies up ahead. Keep moving, boy. Okay, so now let's make our escape, our great escape out of this prison that he sent us to. And since we still can't swim, we're not going to go ahead and go over there. But there is a mushroom there that we could use our gush jar to get, so we could make our way across this little river of water so we don't drown. Now we could kill these guys. I don't think there's anything special. Yeah, I don't think there's anything special in these jars besides hearts, because we are gonna fight another little mini boss, and these guys, oh, are so annoying with their big old pincers. They just throw them. Watch, look. Yeah, they're like a boomerang, and it's so annoying. You gotta make sure that you use the boomerang to stun them, because they'll try to like avoid your attacks by facing you, and if you hit their pincers, you're not gonna be able to kill them. They're just gonna be like invincible. It's like armor, so you gotta make sure you stun them with the boomerang and get in back of them and slice them in the back. But we got the flippers. Press A to glide through the water and press B to dive. So now we could swim. After a long time, we finally could swim. Yes. Why, it all makes sense now, doesn't it, boy? Library used these flippers to swim to the entrance to the Temple of Droplets. So if you put these on, you should be able to swim too. Remarkable. So now we could swim, look at that, and you could get some money. There you go. If you dive near the waterfalls, you usually get big money. So now we could go ahead and swim our little heart to our little heart's content. And if you guys look at this, we're going to come back here when we get a certain item, because that's encased in ice. I think this is actually the exit, which we don't want to go through yet, because if we head to the right over here, there is going to be a heart piece. So this is where we were dropped off. Ah, no rupees for us. Well, oh well, we did get some 50 rupees on the other waterfall. But we could go ahead and... I guess not. I guess... Oh, you know what? I thought this area was connected to the other area where we got the power bracelets. But I guess you do have to make your way out first and then just go back into the fountain and you could get that heart piece that was there now that you could swim. Okay, so yes, here we go. So now we're out in this little exit. We can't go there, but we can get out of here like this. And the fountain's on the other side of this thing though, but oh well. So let's go ahead and turn back to normal, and now that we have the flippers, we could go ahead and go to the Temple of Droplets. But first, I want to go ahead and get that heart piece. So let me make my way back over there and I'll show you guys when we get the heart piece. Okay, now that we're back to this area, we could go ahead and get this heart piece. And I don't know why there's just like a random little bridge extension there, but you don't have like any buttons near the place to be able to like extend it all the way. I guess because they don't want you to, I mean, well, like after you get the flippers, they should have had like a button on the other side where we were to get the herpes to extend this bridge, that way you can walk across. But I guess it doesn't really matter anymore since we are able to swim now. Let's go ahead and check to see. There is no rupees, unfortunately. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually going to head to Lake Hylia. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my ocarina to go ahead and call Zephyr after this cat gets out of the way and we turn back to normal. So I'll meet you guys in Lake Hylia. Alright, here we are back in Lake Hylia, and now that we can swim, we could go ahead and go over here and make our way to the next dungeon, which is like right here pretty much. And just avoid all these guys trying to shoot you. And also this P-hat, you could go ahead and dive down if you need to get away because they're super fast. And now here we are at the Temple of Droplets. We could go ahead and shrink down because this is a portal to the Minish world. Only Minish could get in this dungeon, which is pretty awesome. And this is, if I had to choose a favorite, this would be my favorite temple. So here we're at the Temple of Droplets. We will be doing this in the next episode. We're going to end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, your night, wherever you guys are. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye!